Welcome back to JD's class. Today we're going to be looking at tricks for you to be able to solve conjugation in SOLD. You notice that in SOLD they may ask you to simplify a SOLD where you have 1 over root 3 plus root 2, just like you see here. And for you to simplify this, you have to rationalize the denominator, meaning that you have to multiply the top and the bottom by the conjugate of this SOLD here, which is going to be multiplying by root 3 minus root 2 and root 3 minus root 2. And the same thing here. It's just about multiplying by the conjugate. Now, the trick comes in place when we have this denominator here, this multiplied by its conjugate here. So that's where we can apply this trick. You notice we're not talking about the numerator because sometimes you can have a different SOLD form like this here. So you can perform any trick on that. You just have to distribute. So the trick is just about being able to distribute values easily in SOLD format. So that's just about this trick. So if you have something like this at the denominator, how can you distribute very quickly and just rationalize it very quickly and know the answer at the denominator? Now, so if you have something like this, so normally it could appear in 3 formats like this. You could have a SOLD form with the two values having SOLD forms of roots and multiplied by the conjugate. And this one could have no roots, but roots on the other value. But this one could have roots on the left and no roots on the other value. So normally what you are going to do is when you have like this, something like this, you just distribute by multiplying this first part with this bracket and the second part with the same bracket, and then you solve and get your answer. And if you do it the same, you see that the distribution takes a long process, but we're going to simplify the distribution process and by explaining this way. Now, if you're given something like this, so if you have root x, we have root x here, there's root y here, root x minus root y. Okay, so now how can you distribute very quickly? Now all you just need to do is for you to, since and this is conjugate form, so you multiply this by this, you get x. The root x times root x, you get x. Then root y times minus root y, you get y. Now that's the same thing here, right? As you can see, that's the same thing there. So instead of going through the long process of distribution, you just do this. And let's see if it works with the other one. If we have this okay, it's just x plus root y, x minus root y. Now, following the trick, we're going to multiply this with this and multiply this with this. Notice that, okay? So x times x is going to give us x squared, and root y times root y is going to give us just y. You notice that root multiplying by another root is going to cancel out, so we just have just a natural number there. So it works exactly the same for that last one too. So if you have, let me put it down here, root x plus y, root x minus y. And if you multiply this by this, remember this is how it goes. X times root x is going to give us just x. Y times minus y just give us minus y squared. So that's just the basic thing you are going to do. Instead of distributing, following the long process, you just do it this way, and you get exactly the same answer you get when you distribute. Now let's look at the real examples. So you notice that this example, we have already distributed it the normal way. You distribute brackets like this. But using the trick, let's see if we'll get the same answer. So if you have root 3, if you have root 3 plus root 2, all in bracket, then root 3 minus root 2. Now let's use our normal trick. Let's see if this goes into this, we'll get 3 here, and this goes into this, we'll get minus 2. And that is it. That is so. Instead of following the long distribution process, let's go to the next one and see if we get the same thing now. And this is 3 plus root 2, 3 minus root 2. Okay, so now this is what we're doing. 3 times this and root 2 times this, and we get this times this is 9, and we get this times this is minus 2. Okay, so that's exactly what is here, and we're going to get 7 as our answer. Now let's see the last one. If we bring it down here, root 3 plus 2, root 3 minus 2. Now the same thing, this goes into this, and this goes into this. This times this is going to give us 3. This times this is going to give us minus 4, and the answer is minus 1. So that is a trick. That's the trick that you can use when solving conjugation in SOD. So notice that it is only for the denominator. When you have something like this, it's only for the denominator, because the numerator can have a different SOD form, and you have to distribute as usual. So that is the trick. You can use it when solving any type of conjugation in SOD.